Jaguar Wright has stirred up fresh controversy by claiming that Jada Pinkett Smith was unfaithful to Will Smith and has continued to compare him to Tupac Shakur decades later. These claims have reignited public debate about Will and Jada's unconventional marriage, including their past openness about allowing other relationships. Many people are now questioning why Will has chosen to stay in the relationship despite ongoing scrutiny and rumors. Some see his decision as loyalty or personal choice, while others wonder if he feels stuck or committed for deeper reasons like family, history, or personal values. Whether their situation improves depends on factors only they truly understand, but the public attention surrounding their relationship shows no signs of fading anytime soon.
You know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Cause she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith married less than a year after Tupac Shakur passed away, and over time, Jada has openly shared that her feelings back then were complicated. She admitted in a 2019 interview that marriage wasn't something she truly wanted, explaining that she mainly agreed because of family pressure and Will's desire to have a stable home. Even after they tied the knot, she continued to speak about Tupac in a very emotional way, at one point calling him the most impactful man she had ever known and sharing stories about their close bond, including claims that he had once talked about marrying her. Comments like these left many people confused, with some wondering why she would speak so highly of someone from her past while seeming less enthusiastic about her own husband, raising questions about how she truly viewed her marriage.
Tupac has been dead for about 27 years. So if this proposal did take place, and I'm not trying to doubt my sister at all, but if the proposal did take place, you're talking 30 or more years or so ago. Why is that coming up now? To me, the only reason why I could think that she would bring that up is it's possible that Will might harbor some insecurities over her relationship with Tupac, and she probably felt that that is one of the few things she could bring up to actually get under Will's skin. Because when you look at achievements, Tupac will be probably one of the only rappers who could rival Will in terms of overall success. Now, of course, Will doesn't have the hip hop success, of many rappers, but when you add in his acting and what he has done on the big screen, there's not many people who can compete with his body of work. Tupac would be one of them because he was also an actor. And had he not been taken from us, who knows how many box office hits.
For many people, hearing a spouse compare them unfavorably to someone from the past would be deeply hurtful. But for Will Smith, the situation seemed to grow even more complicated over time. In 2011, while Jada Pinkett Smith was filming Hawthorne alongside Marc Anthony, rumors began circulating that the two were involved romantically, even though Marc was married to Jennifer Lopez at the time. Both Jada and Marc denied the claims. Not long after, Marc and Jennifer ended their marriage, which led many fans to suspect there was more to the story and to expect that Will might also walk away. Instead, in 2013, Jada made a statement saying that she and Will trusted each other to make their own choices, describing their relationship as grown rather than labeling it as open. This left many people feeling that Will had chosen to stay despite the rumors and may have accepted a different kind of relationship dynamic, a view that was later supported by comments from his former close friend.
Let's go back to the other story of Jada stepping out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this has already been out there, but I can confirm it. So, when they did Hawthorne, Jada starred Marc Anthony, who is J-Lo's husband, right? They did a TV show called Hawthorne.
Is that why they divorced?
So
Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony.
Yeah. So so let me go a little bit
deeper. Go ahead.
Let's go a little bit deeper. So this is a full-on relationship on the set, like romantic relationship, not, okay, I just gave him some and, you know, that's it. Like it's a relationship. So, you know, Will hears about this and kind of devastated. At this point, this is where you see all the papers are going crazy. A divorce is imminent and so forth and so on. The final straw is when Will came home in court. Jada came Mark Anthony on the couch at their home, right? And this devastated Will, right? I even had a conversation when Will wanted to...
Many fans were shocked that Will Smith, one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, seemed to accept rumors of repeated infidelity, leading some to believe he felt pressure to go along with a more open style of marriage. Will later addressed these ideas in his memoir and during an interview with Oprah Winfrey, where he pushed back on the label of an open relationship. Instead, he described his marriage with Jada Pinkett Smith as one built on trust and personal freedom, saying they allow each other space to make their own choices while still staying committed, leaving many people curious about what that kind of freedom truly looks like in their day-to-day lives.
We never actually, officially separated. We agreed that she had to make herself happy and I had to make myself happy. And then we were going to present ourselves back to the relationship.
Both Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith avoided calling their marriage open, but many people felt their idea of giving each other freedom suggested something similar. Over time, public appearances and videos of the Smith family led some fans to believe Will looked unhappy, adding to the growing concern about their relationship. In 2023, Jada released her memoir Worthy, where she openly shared details about her past and admitted to being unfaithful more than once, including discussing it during a conversation with Will on Red Table Talk. What surprised many readers even more was her suggestion that issues in their marriage played a role in her actions, which sparked strong reactions and further debate among fans.
As promised, Jada Pinkett Smith brought herself to the red table, and surprisingly, her husband Will Smith joined her. They talked about pain, healing, and yes, Jada's entanglement with August Alsina.
It's all love.
Recently, Alsina revealed to the world that he was involved in a relationship with Jada while she was still married. And even though statements were released denying the affair, Pinkett Smith is now reluctantly confirming that the relationship did indeed exist.
It's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business. But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
During the 12-minute Red Table Talk episode, Jada sat down with Will to explain how she met August 4.5 years ago. But the friendship didn't turn into something more until she and Will were ready to call it quits.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though.
Yeah,
Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
Yes, we know entanglement is vague as hell, but thankfully, Will pressed her to be more clear.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
We also got clarity on the misconception that Will gave August permission to sleep with his wife.
The only person that could give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission because we were separated amicably. Yeah. And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker.
Now, if you're like us, you're probably wondering why August? Well, we'll let Jada explain it.
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Jada Pinkett Smith later explained that she struggled with personal issues she described as addictive behavior, which she said made it hard for her to remain faithful to Will Smith. She shared that she chose to focus on her own happiness above everything else, even if that meant making choices that hurt her marriage, adding that she didn't believe a partner should stand in the way of personal fulfillment. Over time, Will reportedly came to accept this dynamic, with one source claiming he told her she could make her own decisions as long as he was aware of what was happening, suggesting a relationship built on openness and understanding, even if it didn't match traditional expectations.
When they're together, Will's comfortable with that. Will's comfortable with someone's wife when he's there. Is when he's not there is the insecurities, because I can't tell you why, but I can tell you that there's a comfortability when men and women come in to have with them. Will's fine with that. So when this happened, like, Will kind of went crazy. They would talk about the divorce rumors and so forth and so on. It was big crisis management. Many people tell you Will was driving around California. I mean, he's gone. He brought Dwayne a club called Zen Lounge, and Will would come in there and just be drinking and this wasn't the Will.
Will Smith appears determined to keep his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith intact, even if it means facing criticism and judgment from others in the entertainment world. At the same time, Jada has described their relationship in her own way, referring to it as a transparent marriage, which many people see as another way of explaining a non-traditional setup. While the wording may differ, a lot of fans feel the meaning is fairly clear and have drawn their own conclusions about how their relationship truly works behind the scenes.
It's about you all the time.
Right.
Just lots of rumors and tabloids and all of that. And you're very careful in the book, not in a whiny way or whatever. Let me clarify this.
Right.
Let me clarify these things that have been said. And one of the things that you are careful to clarify is it was never an open relationship.
Thank you. I'm glad. Yes, it was.
It was a transparent. You say it's a transparent relationship. And what do you mean by that?
So transparent meaning, look, I wasn't gonna fool myself into thinking that we as 20-some-year-olds, babies, mind you, getting married and living in Tinseltown, spending a lot of time apart, okay, that we weren't gonna run into temptation situations.
You're young, beautiful, rich, temptation.
Right.
You're apart a lot. Temptation is raining down on
Right,
you.
exactly, right? And I'm like, hey, we got to be in partnership with this. Like, I wanted to face it head on and just go, I didn't want to create a culture of deceit or betrayal between us. And I just wanted to be real about it from the gate. I had seen so much just with, I knew what street fame brought dudes. Okay? I knew what street fame brought. And I'm like, if street fame does that, I can only imagine what global fame does. And from me, my own experience walking into rooms, all eyes on me, and how intoxicating that was as a young woman. You know what I mean? It's like I had been there and done that, in regards to my earlier years before I met Will. But I just knew that I just wasn't going to set myself up that way. But it was never an open marriage, and like either one of us get to do whatever we want to do. That was never the case.
As you say in the book, it's about eliminating the possibility of betrayal.
Yeah.
If something happens or you want it to happen, talk about it.
Absolutely.
Which is the healthiest way to go.
Listen.
Because it happens to everybody.
Listen, if you expect to be with somebody forever, it's like, let's get real with it from the gate.
Jada Pinkett Smith referred to her relationships outside of her marriage to Will Smith as an entanglement, and when the topic came up publicly, Will became emotional during the discussion, even tearing up on camera. The moment sparked strong reactions, with many viewers feeling it showed how difficult the situation was for him, especially as Jada spoke openly about her experiences and suggested that he hadn't been able to make her happy. Reports also claimed that the situation affected Will deeply, to the point where he later spoke in interviews about the challenges in their relationship and the idea that her happiness was something he couldn't fully provide, which only added to the public conversation around their marriage.
The GOAT relationship advice for me is that it's impossible to make a person happy. don't even play the game, and don't try to have a person make you happy. That you have to discover your happiness and cultivate your happiness on your own, and they have to cultivate theirs on their own. And you come together sharing the happiness you have versus trying to get happiness from them. That was a big one for me. Like the retirement from trying to make people happy in all my relationships.
Some fans believe Jada Pinkett Smith often shows a lack of respect toward Will Smith, pointing to how she publicly discusses their personal struggles as a sign the relationship may feel uneven. In addition to past entanglements, Jada has openly talked about her struggles with different addictions on Red Table Talk, explaining that they were ways she tried to cope with an emotional void, which added more strain to their marriage. What many viewers found especially uncomfortable was that some of these conversations happened with her daughter, Willow Smith, sitting right beside her, as Jada spoke casually, even laughing at times, about serious topics like infidelity, while Willow appeared uneasy, making the moment even more difficult for audiences to watch.